Hey guys, welcome to the CodeCamp Challenges. This is Jordan, and today we're going to be building a super awesome game called Dragon Rider. Now, Dragon Rider is a game where you are a dragon and you're trying to collect your eggs that you've lost. And there's some dastardly bad guys who are trying to stop you from collecting them. And if you stay with me to the very end, guys, we'll give our dragon the ability to fire fireballs. And fireballs are awesome. So I just want to let you guys know that this game will be built over 3 different videos, and I'll be here to help you every single one. In the first video, which is this video, we're going to be creating our very own character who can fly across our screen, and we're going to be building some awesome levels. Video 2 is going to be all about the eggs that our dragon has lost and the bad guys that are trying to stop us from getting them. And then video 3, we're going to be shooting some fireballs and we're going to have some sound in there as well. So it's going to be super awesome. Now the good thing about these videos is if you ever get stuck at any point, you can just pause the video, rewind back and watch over the steps again. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road, let's log ourselves into CodeCamp World, and let's get this game started. Now guys, using CodeCamp World at home could not be easier. All you've got to do is open up the internet and type in codecampworld.com and click that enter key, and you're taken into our login page. Now, if you click login now, you'll be prompted for your username and password. Now, we gave you these at camp, but if you just can't remember them, click on that forgot password button and we'll get you one sent out straight away. My username and password are already in there. You will have to type yours in, but just click the sign in once you're done and we'll be taken to CodeCamp World. Now that we're in CodeCamp World, we need to create a new game. So if we click on that new game button, and now it's time for the hardest part of any game, naming it. Now, it's your game, so you can name it whatever you like. If you are struggling, just click the Need a Suggestion link at the bottom, and a bunch will pop up. So we have a Zesty Apricot Race, Dashing Tomato Championship, and Dashing Platypus Tournament. Them names are awesome, but I'm just going to call mine Dragon Rider, because this game's about dragons. Now we're going to leave everything else the same. The code mode is going to be block coding and the grid size is going to be medium. Click the save button and we'll be in our new game. Awesome. We've now created our new game and it's called Dragon Rider. The first thing we need to do is build a scene for our dragon to fly around. So click on the scenes button and click on the big plus button up there at the top. Once you've clicked that, we need to name our level. Now you can name yours whatever you like. I'm going to name mine level 1. And we want quite a thin level because we're going to be flying up our screen. So I'm going to make that 30 for cells across. And cells down, as I said, it's going to be a big long level that our character flies up. So I'm going to make that 100. Once you've put them in, click the save button. Awesome. Now we have our nice long level. What we need to do next is add some tiles to make our level look really awesome. So click on the tiles tab over here and click on that big plus button again. Now you guys can pick whatever you like. The good thing about CodeCamp World is we have all the tile sets that you use at camp already in there for you to use at home. So I'm going to scroll down. I think I'm going to pick the Snow Garden, which I know is near the bottom. Here it is, Snowy Garden. Just click on that. And then I'm going to click use this tile set. Now guys, you see that our tile set is in there. I'm going to show you guys a little trick. Now this trick is going to be so we can use our tiles as backgrounds instead of just picking a background color. So what you need to do is pick the tile that you want. I'm going to go with this one in the middle. And on your keyboard, hold down the Shift key and click at the same time. Whoa! Now you should notice that we have that tile for our entire background. Now this may cause a problem when we put our character on the screen because our character may bump into them tiles. So what we need to do is fix the collisions, and it's pretty easy to do. So if you go down to the bottom left hand corner here and click on show collisions, what you need to do is simply just click on this little cog here at the bottom and we're going to set none as blocking. So we've just turned off all our collisions, which means our character can be on there and not bump into any of our tiles. Now don't forget to turn off your show collisions, and you'll be able to drag in all of your tiles that you like. I'm going to put some trees on here. And remember, we need to fill that entire level. Now I'm sure you guys want some time to make the most awesome level you can. So just pause this video now and build your level. Don't worry, I'll be here when you get back and we can jump straight back into the coding. Welcome back, guys. I'm sure you've built an awesome level. Here's mine. Looking pretty cool. I'm sure yours look much better than mine. So now that we've created our scene, what we need to do is get our dragon on there. This is a dragon game and we've got no dragon. So we need to add one. Click on actors up here. And we've got no actors in our actors panel. Let's add one. Click on that big plus button. And we need to name our character. I'm going to call mine Dragon. But again, you guys can call yours whatever you like. Let's be creative. Hit that save button. Now, our character has no animations, so we need to give it an animation. Make it look like something. I want mine to look like that awesome dragon. So click here to add an animation. Again, the awesome thing about CodeCamp World is we have all these characters already in here for you. I'm going to look for a dragon. So I'll just type in dragon at the top. And we have a really good variety of dragons here. I'm going to go with this cool red one. It's called Dragon 4. Just click on that. And we're going to use this sprite sheet. Now, just like in camps, we need to create the animation frames. Because at the minute, what we've got is a dragon that's just still. He isn't flapping his wings, so he can't fly. So all we need to do is make sure we click on our animation frames, and you'll notice that I've clicked 2 and we've got our wings moving. I'm going to click this entire row in order so it makes it look like my dragon's flying. With the collision rectangle, let's just make it as tight to our character as possible. Awesome. Now that we have our character, we need to put it in our scene. So head up to scene, level 1, scroll right the way down to the bottom, click on actors, and there's our dragon. Drag our dragon in. Drag our dragon. Cool. And just plop him there. Now that our dragon's in our scene, we need to make our dragon move. So what we need to do is head to actors, back onto our dragon, and head into the code tab. This is where we put all our code. Now we want to add a new function because we want to make our character fly up the screen. So just click here to add a function. And we're going to name this one Fly. We're going to call it Fly because our character is going to fly up the screen. And we want the type to be when this actor is updated. Click on that add button. And we're taken to our code deck. So the first thing we need to do is head to actor and scroll down to simple movement and set Y speed. We set Y speed because we're moving vertically up that V axis. So set Y speed, and we want our character to move up. So we need to set it to a negative number. I'm going to set mine to negative 200. This is just a decent speed for your dragon to fly. Now you guys can pick whatever you like. If you want a super fast dragon, put a smaller negative number. If you want a slow flying dragon, put a bigger negative number. Now that we've actually put our Y speed in, we can now test our game. We can launch it and see if our character is flying up the screen. So if we click the launch button and wait for it to load, oh no, we've noticed that our character isn't on the screen yet. And that's because we haven't fixed the camera. We need to set the camera to follow our actor up the screen, and that requires code. So let's add a new function. Click add, and we're going to name this setup. In setup, we're going to set the type to when this actor is updated, and we're going to click the add button again. What we need to do is click on actor, scroll to the top, and we want to get make camera follow. We want the camera to follow our actor. So drag that over. Now the camera will follow our actor so we can launch our game. Let's click launch. And there we have it. Our character is flying up the screen, flying over all them tiles that you set, and is flying right towards the top. Pretty awesome. But we'll notice that our character can't move left or right. And that's what we're going to do next. To make our character move left and right, we're going to be using the position of the mouse. So to do that, we need to add a new function. So click on the add button next to function, and we're going to name this move. And the type is going to be when this actor is updated. And we're going to click add. Now that our function's been created, we need to ask the computer a question. We need to ask them what the position of the mouse is. So we need to get an if. And if is in logic and under conditionals. So drag if over. Now we need to find out what the position is. So logic is greater than. And drag that in to the if. So if something is greater than something, then do the following. And this is where we're going to get the position of the mouse. Head over to input, and we're going to grab get mouse X position. Drag that over into the first box. Now the computer will know what the X position of the mouse is. Now we want to know if this is going to be greater or less than the position of our character. So click on actor and drag in get X position. Drag that into the second box. Now we have if the X of our mouse is greater than the X position of this is our dragon, we want to move right. So all we need to do is go into actor again, scroll down to simple movement, and we're going to set the X speed. So drag set X speed over. And this is going to be a positive number. Now I'm going to use 100 for this. You guys can use whatever you like. Remember, if you have a faster dragon or a slower dragon, you just need to change these values. I'm going to go with 100. And we can test our game now. We can launch. And if we put the mouse to the right of our character, they should move right. Awesome. You can see that my character is moving right towards the mouse. But I can't move left yet. So what we need to do next is code the left movement. So close your game. And we need a simple else statement. So we're going to go to logic, else, and drag it underneath the if. And all we need to do is set the X speed to a negative number. Now actor, simple movement, set X speed. Drag that into the else. And it needs to be a negative number. Again, yours can be whatever you like. I'm going to go with negative 100. Launch your game again, and we should have a character that moves left and right across our screens. Here we go. Awesome. I can move left and right across my screen. This means we can avoid obstacles and them dastardly bad guys when they get in our game, and we'll be able to collect our eggs later on. Now that our actor can move left and right across the screen and move up, what we need to do is create the code to take us to our next level. This is so we can create as many more levels as we like. So what we're going to do first is create our next level. So click on scenes, that big plus button again. I'm going to call mine level 2. You can call yours whatever you like. Cells across, again, I'm going to go with a nice thin one, 30. And cells down for that long level is going to be around 100. Going to click on save, and my new level is created. Now you guys can create your awesome second level. Now pause the video if you like, because when we get back, we're going to build in the actual code to take us to that next level once we hit the top of our previous level. So have fun building your level, guys. I'll be here when you get back. Welcome back, guys. You should have built a super awesome level. Now let's build the code to take us to that level. We're going to hit the actors button, back onto our dragon, and onto our code section. Now we need to add a new function. So click on the add button. We're going to name this next level. And this is going to be a when this actor is updated event. So click on add, and we have when this actor is updated. Now again, we're going to ask the computer a question. We're going to ask it what the Y position of our character is. So we need an if. So into logic, grab an if, and we need a less than this time. So again in logic, scroll down to is less than and drag that into the top of the if. So if something is less than something, then do the following. We want to find out what our Y position is. So in actor, down to position and get Y position. Drag that into the box. Now that we've dragged that into the box, we need to make sure it's less than 0. So if the position of our character is less than 0, which is at the top of the screen, we need to head to the next level. So click on scene and go to next scene. Drag that in and we're all good to go. So now we're going to launch our game. So click on the launch button and we'll fly right the way to the top. Right over all them trees and tiles. But remember, next time we're going to be having some bad guys and some eggs to collect. So when you get to the top of your screen, we should automatically go to our next level. Awesome, we do. So now you can build as many levels as you like. Well, there we have it, guys. You guys can carry on coding this at home, carry on building your levels. You guys now have the skills to do that. Now join us next week, and I'll see you there.